Uncle Bobby, why are you hiking up the Appalachian Trail?
Uncle Bobby,
Thank you.
why are you hiking the Appalachian Trail? Uncle Bobby, why are you hiking the Appalachian Trail?
Hey Soaring Eagle, what do you hope to learn by hiking the Appalachian Trail?
Hey, Soaring Eagle, wait, why are you choosing to hike the Appalachian Trail? Why are you going on a long hike?
Yeah. Good day, Soaring Eagle here. I'm out at Smith Park here in Brentwood, Tennessee. It's a nice little park. Got about 7 miles of total trails that you can walk, and it's got some nice hills for training. I've got a full pack on. I've got all the water that I would carry, the full food, everything as if it was March 5th. So the kids, my nieces, my nephews, and my grandkids have asked, why am I hiking the Appalachian Trail? So I read the book Appalachian Trials, and I found that to be a good bit of counsel to think about before you get on the trail. And so for me, there's several reasons, but let me share one that's not necessarily a reason, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but having the title of an Appalachian Trail through hiker is not my goal. My goal is to experience the Appalachian Trail. My goal is to have an adventure on the Appalachian Trail, and if the byproduct of that is to summit Katahdin and be a through hiker, then so be it. But it's not what is driving me to be out there. I'm driven by a couple of things. Probably the biggest thing for me is that as I'm going to be 63 on the trail, and I think that it's important to continue to have adventures planned in your life. I think it's important to have something physical that you're preparing for. And this all really started for me about, I think it's been almost 5 years now. A friend of mine, Jim Elmore, had an idea that he wanted to bike the Allegheny Mountain Loop. And it's 400 miles, and we would ride that over a 4-day period. And that really inspired me to think, what other kind of adventures can I always have out there to keep me focused on something, keep me driven, keep me thinking about staying physically fit, mentally sharp. And so not long after that ride, my hiking buddy, Rain Man, gave me a backpack. And so I started doing research about backpacking, and I started stumbling on these YouTube videos of people who were hiking the Appalachian Trail. And I thought, well, that's kind of neat. That'd be something I could do, something I could plan for, and something I'd probably enjoy. And so I made the commitment, hey, let's do some section hikes. And I could do that a little bit each year, and that would be be a pretty exciting thing. And I don't know, somewhere along the line, that section hiking evolved into something much more than that. Something to go ahead and plan and get excited about doing a full through hike as far as the itinerary, not necessarily the objective. But the adventures on the Appalachian Trail, I think, give me that excitement, gave me something to plan for 2 years, and that really is the driving factor about why I'm doing this long hike, as Aubrey says. And it's an adventure. And you know, it's an adventure if I go 100 miles. It's an adventure if I go 500 miles. It's an adventure if I go all the way. And that's really the most important thing. Now the second reason that I like to do these kind of things is hopefully to show others that age does not have to define you. That if you want to, anything's possible. You can stay active. There's some way to do it, and just get out there and do it. You know, even this particular hike has kept my hiking buddy Rain Man really excited, and I'm excited about that. My biking buddy Jim Elmore is thinking about getting out there with me for part of the hike. And then the other thing is, you've seen that my grandkids and my nieces and my great nephews are all getting excited about this as well. So if I can inspire others and give them some knowledge, any kind of inspiration to go out and do something like this, then that's really great. And I guess the third reason is that you know, since I was 16 years old, eligible to work, I've had a job. And on March 5th, when I step off on the trail, will be the first time that I don't have any type of employment obligation. And being able to change that mindset is going to be interesting. So I don't know how many of you who are going through that transition to retirement, but I still find myself guilty if I'm not doing something constructive during the day. And this will allow me to go into somewhat of a unstructured but different structure of life. As earlier riser used to share, you know, kind of, I mean, this will become a job, and the fact you've got things you've got to do, but it's things that you totally control and things that you can totally enjoy. And I don't necessarily have to plan out everything, and that's going to be tough. As a military guy, there's always got to be a plan, a backup plan, and always looking to revisit that plan. So I got to get into the mindset of maybe just not having a plan, just kind of doing what happens. Now, how far will I go? That's hard to say, because there's a lot of things that I don't control, things I do control, but you know, the trail is going to drive a lot of that. I think Big Bird said it really well, that the trail is going to define you. It's going to tell you what you can or cannot do, and I'll have to listen to the trail. I'm 63. There are things that maybe I don't know about my body, may not know how it's going to totally react. I'm trying to stay in fairly good health, but you never know. It's sort of like my car's running great till it throws a rod, then it's not running great anymore, right? So those things are out of my control. Things that might be happening with my family that I may not control and may take me off the trail, but that's all right. It's all about the adventure. It's not about the end game. It's not about the Katahdin or Springer or anything else like that to me. It's about the adventure, meeting the people, getting into a different type of style of life, and enjoying it. Enjoying the transition from working for years and years and now basically doing what I want to do when I want to do it. And so that's all important. And so those give you some of the basics of why I'm going to step off on March 5th to hike the Appalachian Trail. And I hope to see you out there. I hope to experience it with you. And I hope that, again, that I can help you in any way that I can, even if the things I make a mistake of, if that gives you some knowledge, then so good. That's all good. So anyway, Soaring Eagle here, and we'll see you on the trail.